Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast Fire of Leadership, the Gordon Ramsay way, the short way to dive into the stories, ideas, and conversation that matter.
Hi, my name is Ramsay. I'm here with my amazing co-host Elisa and BZ. We are here to bring you real talk and few laughs and maybe even some fun quizzes and life lessons along the way.
Every episode we will unpack something new from trending topic to personal experience and share our unfiltered thoughts.
So grab your coffee and let's get into it.
Podcast title: The Heat of the Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay and Situational Leadership Chef, Gordon Ramsay. Hello and welcome back to the podcast delving into the dynamic world of hospitality, events, and tourism leadership. I'm your host, Bijay, and today we are joined by a culinary and television icon, a man whose leadership style is as famous as his beef Wellington, Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Good to be here, Professor. I don't like looking back. I'm too busy looking for the next cow. Let's get into it, shall we?
Absolutely. Chef, your approach, particularly in high-pressure environments like Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares, has often been labeled as autocratic. This directing style is fascinating for us in the HET sector, a field where stakes are high and speed is paramount. We're going to critique your leadership through the lens of the situational leadership model developed by Hersey and Blanchard, 1969, which posits that the best leader adapts their style to the subordinate's level of development.
Autocratic? It's a lovely academic word for getting the job done, isn't it? But frankly, it's far more nuanced than just autocratic. When the clock is ticking and customers are waiting, you can't stand around having a bloody committee meeting about whether the scallops are cooked.
Indeed.
Before we dive deeper, as a fun fact, did you know Gordon Ramsay almost became a professional footballer? He was a trial with Glasgow Rangers in the early 1980s before an injury ended his football dreams. Lucky for us, that detour sent him into the kitchen instead of the Premier League.
Dear Professor, I exchanged the football boot for white shape and trust me, both came with plenty of shooting on the pitch and in the kitchen.
So, the core of our discussion is this. Do you believe your leadership is purely autocratic, or is it, perhaps unknowingly, a highly effective application of situational leadership? In the situational leadership model, the directing S1 style is characterized by high directive behavior and low supportive behavior, very similar to what is often called autocratic leadership, Northouse 2021. You take charge, you make the decisions, and you expect instruction to be followed immediately. This is what the public sees, isn't it?
Look, in a crisis, when the team, say, a D1 or D2 subordinate, the enthusiastic beginner, or the disillusioned learner, has low competence or low commitment, you have to be directing S1. If a chef is plating raw chicken, you don't offer a gentle suggestion. You take the damn plate, tell them precisely what they did wrong, and demand they fix it. Ramsay, 2017. That's not just a personality trait, it's essential problem solving in a kitchen. The consequence of error in our industry is severe. Food poisoning, a ruined reputation, and a failed business. My style is simply, high stakes demand high direction.
So, you're saying your planning and problem solving begins with an assessment of the situation and the team's ability?
Precisely. I'm an expert. I see a failing system. The staff are often running around like headless chickens. A D1 in every sense. Low competence, maybe high initial commitment. My job initially is to bring order. That requires autocratic clarity. This is how you prep. This is the recipe. Do it now. Without that initial structure, the whole bloody thing implodes. That's calculated, not just temper.
Chef Ramsay, you're often described as an autocratic leader, high control, high authority, results-driven. While your temper is infamous, many who've worked with you describe a different picture, a mentor who balances high standards with supportive guidance. They say you transform criticism into learning moments, pushing them to excel. You've built an empire by trusting your teams and adapting. So, is the autocratic label the full story, or is your leadership more a blend of authority and compassion?
Look, Professor, I won't pretend I'm soft in the kitchen. When you're managing a brigade under pressure, you can't afford indecision. The autocratic style, what you call directing, S1, isn't about being a tyrant. It's about protecting standards. When someone undercooks chicken, that's not just a mistake, it's a potential disaster. My job is to take control, give clear orders, and make sure the job's done right every time.
So, for you, that autocratic tone is a situational choice rather than a personality flaw?
Exactly. People see the shouting, but they miss the context. In those moments, my team might be D1, low competence, maybe high enthusiasm, but they need structure, not sympathy. That's why I step in hard and fast. It's not anger, it's direction. Once they develop their skills and confidence, I ease off. That's when I shift to coaching or even delegating styles.
So your leadership evolves with the team's development. The intensity we see early on is simply your response to a D1 or D2 environment, low competence or low commitment. That moves us beautifully onto coaching, S2, which is high directive and high supportive behavior, suitable for the D2 subordinate, the disillusioned learner who has some skills but lacks commitment or confidence. Blanchard, 2018. We see this when you work one-on-one with a chef who has talent but has lost their way.
Ah yes, the D2. They have the technique, the foundations, but they've lost the hard work ethic or the confidence to push through. Here my role changes. I still give direction, high directive, but I also offer more support, high supportive. I'm saying the dish is good, but it's missing a bloody punch. Tell me, what's the secret ingredient for the sauce? I'm making them think, selling the plan, encouraging them to find the answer themselves, but I'm still hovering, still monitoring. I'm guiding their decision-making to rebuild their skill set and commitment, D2 to D3. That's not autocratic, that's hands-on, intensive management.
It's a shift from telling to selling the solution. It links directly to the development of skills traits. You're building competence and confidence simultaneously.
Every single time. You can't shout a chef into being great. You have to teach them the consequence of poor performance, but then show them the path to excellence.
And what about your head chefs, those running your global empire? They're clearly D4 subordinates, high competence, high commitment, the self-reliant achievers. You can't be directing S1 with them.
Good heavens, no. If I'm shouting at my executive chefs, then I've failed as a leader. With a D4, you move into supporting S3 or delegating S4. These are the two least directive styles. With supporting S3, the D3, capable but cautious, gets high support, low direction. I'm letting them run a service, offering ideas, but they are making the final call. I'm building their self-belief. With the D4, it's pure delegating, S4, low direction, low support. I provide the overarching vision and the resources, and I leave them to execute. They own the results, both the successes and the failures, the ultimate consequence. This hands-off approach only works because they've demonstrated the hard work and mastery of the essential skills traits to manage their own planning and problem-solving. They've earned the autonomy.
Another fun fact is, Chef Ramsay holds a total of 17 Michelin stars across his career with restaurants. Gordon Ramsay in London holding 3 Michelin stars continuously since 2001, one of the longest runs in the world.
Another fact about Gordon Ramsay is consistently, Professor, the same leadership principle apply: high standard, zero comparison, and bloody teamwork.
So the public perception of the autocratic shouting leader is really just the S1 style applied to a D1 situation, a necessary emergency measure. The truly successful Gordon Ramsay leadership style is the ability to swiftly diagnose the subordinate's development level and apply the matching situational style.
Exactly. Any mug can shout. A true leader understands why they are shouting, or more importantly, when to stop. In HET, we need dynamic leaders who can shift from a commanding directing style in a crisis to a collaborative delegating style for a seasoned veteran.
The situational imperative highlights the necessity for adaptive leadership, wherein effectiveness is contingent upon aligning leadership style with the developmental level of followers. Success is achieved through a deliberate progression from autocratic directing, S1, when managing inexperienced individuals, D1, to delegating, S4, when leading competent and self-reliant subordinates, D4. This progression exemplifies a rigorous application of Hersey and Blanchard's 1969 situational leadership model, demonstrating the leader's capacity to modify behavior in response to contextual and follower-specific demands. Clarity and consequence. The use of consequence is not punitive, but a clear, high-stakes feedback loop, essential for demanding hard work and correcting poor planning in the volatile HET sector, LO3. Problem solving. Every engagement is a leadership problem-solving exercise, beginning with an assessment of the team's competence and commitment before selecting the necessary directional and supportive behaviors. Thank you, Chef Ramsay, for providing us with such a sophisticated and critical understanding of leadership in the heat of the kitchen.
My pleasure, Professor. Always a good challenge to step outside the kitchen and dissect the bloody psychology of it all.
That was the Chief Gordon Ramsay on Leading the Line. Join us next